hello, a few minutes early so I can get this live started and make sure we don't have no glitches. Ginger ale, so good. And y'all see the title of this live, and I just felt like let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I hope you guys can hear me because I got a unit and I got a fan because my hair likes to do what it wants to do when the heat hits it. So I figured let me make sure I stay cool and the hair stay cool so that way we ain't having no issues with ridiculous shrinkage, okay? So, yeah, somebody just joined me. And I got like another minute and I'm going to jump in. And according to the hello, sis, how are you? How are you? Did you have a great 4th of July? I hope so. I did. I had a relaxing 4th of July and I just did my little seafood mukbang. Let me take this out my ears. It's irritating. My mukbang and had a little bit of wine. I am good, Anne-Marie. How are you, sis? How are you? So yeah, I definitely had a relaxing day yesterday. If you keep seeing me look over here, is because my computer is right here and I got a different setup. I'm in my room. So yeah. That's great. That is great. It is 8 o'clock, guys. That is great. I'm glad you guys had an awesome 4th and you are doing good today. Y'all already know. If I got one person, we can get started. Okay, so basically we're talking about having it all but still feeling empty or feeling alone. I ain't put all that in the title, but yeah. Um, and basically my whole sum it up is because you have no focus on yourself. There's no focus on you. You basically set yourself to the back burner. And you hear me talking a lot about this in any relationship, no matter what the relationship is. We all get I got notes because y'all know I like to, and I don't want to miss these points. In any relationship, you hear about red flags and you hear about warning signs when it's man, woman, or, whatever type of relationship you have, female to female, whatever, man to man. You hear about the flags, but the flags is in all relationships, whether it be a girlfriend that you encounter and you might want to chill with and have fun with and think that she's going to be that girlfriend that might become the BFF or whatever the case may be. It could be that. It can just be anything that allows someone to encounter you in some way, shape, or form to build any type of relationship. Relationships don't just mean a sexual partner or a spouse or a fiance. Any relationship. And a lot of times, when you hear about emptiness and loneliness, they are in that main relationship that most people think about, which is, sexual, physical, the person you're supposed to love and marry and spend your life with. But we're going to talk about that. But we also have emptiness in relationships, whether it be friends, best friends, people that you just had some sort of communication with or some sort of connection to. It can be so awesome in the beginning, but you may not see the red flags. Let's talk about like girlfriends. I've encountered women in my life where, they seem so cool, they seem so down to earth, and it seems like, oh, we could chill. She's the type of person that I can consider being a BFF, or, later down the line, we can become really cool. And I noticed that every time this person has a situation, I'm there. Without a doubt, I'm there, supportive, I'm there in any way, shape, or form. But that one time I may need that person, they're not there, or it's an excuse why they can't be there. Those are flags, because my thing is this: when you have a relationship with somebody and you truly, genuinely love that person and have love for that person, it's like kind of nothing I know it's nothing I wouldn't do for that person. If you're my BFF, my road dog, we call each other sisters, like real tight, like sisters. I feel like after BFF, it's like you're really my sister. You know what I mean? We say sis and stuff on YouTube, but I'm talking about in life when I'm mingling and mixing with these people physically. And you say, that's my sister. You know what I mean? It's like a next level of we basically related. You know what I mean? Without the blood. So you can have red flags in those. You can have red flags in so many different areas. But the major one that have happened to me a few years ago, yeah, girl, it happened to me too. I just knew me and this girl was gonna grow old together, and it didn't happen. And it was like I put myself in a situation. This girl was single. She didn't have a husband. She didn't have kids. She didn't have anything, and I made myself more available to her than she did to me, and I had more responsibility. But I roll hard for who I love, no matter what it is, no matter who it is. So I had to push myself back. I mean, we got into a big situation. She said she apologized and all this other stuff, and I thought we was gonna get back on the right track because she understood and I gave her another chance and blah blah blah, whatever. So now you have those relationships, but then you can have that with your children. You can have that with your children. Why? Because a lot of times you are not interacting with them the way you should, so you're not feeling like you're being fulfilled as a mom because you are not having that interaction. You may be paying the bills and doing everything you should be doing, but in the back of your mind, you know that you're lacking in a lot of areas that make you feel like you're not doing your job as a mom. So with that being said, you feel empty because you don't feel like you're fulfilling or fulfilling that role. So therefore, you feel empty as a mom. Okay, you could feel empty as a sibling. You could feel empty in so many different ways. But we talked about this being that setup that you can set yourself up with. You have to realize who to give these emotions to and who to give this energy to, because sometimes you're giving it away to the wrong person, and sometimes you could feel empty because you're not getting it reciprocated to you, but it's because you shouldn't be giving it, or you shouldn't be giving that much to that specific person, thing, or whatever you want to call it. They're in the beginning. A lot of times your mind will make you question your conscience and your intuition. Why? Because it's just a natural thing. When they say go with that first mind, you should. The older that I'm getting, the more wiser that I'm getting, I'm realizing that if I would have listened to my intuition in so many relationships, I promise you, I would not be going through a lot of what I've been through, what I'm going through, and all that. I would not have to deal with these things. But you question yourself and make yourself feel like you're not giving it a chance, or you make yourself feel bad for just wanting to not give it a chance. But the thing is really protecting you. God gave you that intuition to protect you. God gave you that intuition so that you didn't have to go through certain things. But a lot of times we go through them because we ignore the intuition. We ignore what's really going on because we want so bad for that person, or that person in our life to be, hold on, let me pause this. To be everything that we imagine, or everything we envision, or everything that they seem to be at that time, or whatever they're giving you. You want that. So you kind of mask, or you're fogged of your intuition to where you don't hear it clear because you're not trying to hear it. So you go into this and you go into it and you get deeper into it. The more time and the longer that you stay in a situation, you are draining yourself. Not only are you draining yourself, but you're killing your character slowly but surely. And that's where you fall into the stump of, who am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I allowing this to happen to me? Why have I allowed this to happen for so long? Those are the things that you start to question yourself. And you say, I don't feel like I'm doing what I should be doing. I feel like this is draining me in such a way where I don't even know what I should be doing, because what I was doing was focused on this person. I was so focused on this person and wanted this person to be what I seen in my vision for them to be, and they're not. And they're not. They let you down. They break your heart. They leave you basically standing looking stupid, like, wow, I've given all my energy to you, and anytime that you had a downtime in your life, I was there. I never left your side. And then you flip. And now you're the one that's looking outside and you're the victim, but it's kind of like you set yourself up. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you set yourself up. And it's hard to say and look at it like, oh, wow, like I knew that they were going to be like this. No, you didn't know everything that was going to happen, but I'm telling you, you had some warning signs of who this person was. You did. And a lot of times when you come out of a relationship that was harsh and abusive, and you went through some things, you try not to judge, or you try to look differently on the next person you allow to come in your life. You look differently on, oh, well, you know what? I'm used to going for this type of person. I'm going to try going for this type of person. But you want to know something? That doesn't even work, because how they look has nothing to do with how they're going to treat you. You get what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with how they're going to treat you. And I had to learn that the hard way. It has nothing to do with that. So you have to really be in tune to self. When you are in tune to self, I am telling you, y'all don't realize how many of us women and men, we know what's going to happen. We feel it. We know, we can see it, and we still allow ourselves to go through it. We know without a shadow of a doubt that this ain't for us. We know without a shadow of a doubt that this person is on another level. A lot of times we date down because we want that love so bad that we figure, dating down, that person knows that I am more than they deserve or more than they would expect to have. So why wouldn't they treat me great, right? That's not the truth. Because if a person is tore up and messed up mentally, if a person is insecure, if a person has issues, I don't care how much of an upgrade you are to them, they will never treat you like you need to be treated, because they don't even know how to treat themselves like they need to be treated. Realizing no matter what we've been through, that we are all unique and God created us in such a way that no one can duplicate. So no matter who you are, what you're going through, what you look like, how you feel, you are unique. So with that being said, that's enough for you to love yourself. So if that person can't love themselves and that person is dealing with something, how do you expect them to be who they are supposed to be for you? I'm just saying. I don't know. Can somebody tell me that? But I'm talking to myself too, because I have expected so much from people, because I always expect the great part, the greatness, the good things. I always expect that. But a lot of times I don't prepare myself for the unexpected, which is I don't expect to go into something and it happens to hurt me, to shut me down, to make me feel less than, to make me feel like I waste my time. I don't do that. But because it happens, that's how I feel. Why? Because I was not prepared. I was not prepared because I wanted to give this person everything that I had to let them know that I'm riding. I got you. I love you. I'm going to be there for you. Just for them to turn around and do that to me. So the older you get, the more wiser you get. A lot of people are awesome. They can learn from other people's mistakes. Okay, yeah, no, not going to do that. And then some people, they have to go through it. You know how with kids, you say, mommy did that before, been there, done that, don't do this. And they do it anyway. But sometimes people learn better going through. But I have seen so much in my life to where, you know what? I am not going to allow myself to go through things. I'm going to look and see, oh, okay. Yep. So that's what happened when you did that. Oh, and that's how it made you feel. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to go down that road, or I'm not going to do that. Not saying that everybody's situation is going to be the same. Not saying that. But what I am saying is you can learn from other people's mistakes. Some things I have to experience myself. Oh, yeah. Some things you will have to experience yourself. But some things you don't. Like, if you are in a situation and you know that that situation has went awry and it's not going the way it should, and then you want to try again. You want to try again. You want to try again, and you get this person back in your life, and you're trying to try this all over again. And it's like, okay, hold on. How many times have you done this? How many women do you know or men do you know that have been through something with a person, and I mean for years, to the point where this person has not changed, but it's just some little inkling of possibility that you're thinking that this person's going to change? That's what I'm talking about. Like, no, No, you know what? If you are, and if it was meant to be, you'll come back around and God will bring you to me. But other than that, I need to focus on me, get me together, and like smoking and drinking, I learn from others. Oh, yes. But as far as matters of the heart, yeah, it's hard when it comes to matters of the heart. It is so hard. But yes, smoking and drinking, nope. No drugs, none of that. Don't want it. They can keep it. I see it's tearing you up. It make, oh, you can become addicted or whatever the case may be. No, we're not gonna do that. So that's something easy because you can literally see the actual effects of that and the negative effects of that to the point where you're like, don't want it. So yeah, matters of the heart can be difficult. It can be difficult. Why? Because nobody's situation is gonna be the same. Some people may not get that heartbreak till years later. Some people may not get someone's ASS to kiss until years later. Some people may not see who this person really, really genuinely was until years later. And I know it sounds funny, but the crazy part is not funny. It's just the fact that your intuition, you have clouded for so many years that you never, took the time to say, oh, okay, this is what it is. This is what we're working with. So, yeah, you must put yourself first. You must put yourself first. And you got to realize that if you have children, if you have, yeah, 11 years later, if you have children, you are setting an example. You are setting an example. Even if you're going through something right now, even if it's something that you know is just not going to work, but you're holding on, at some point in time, unless you're going to die in that situation, continue being miserable and feeling alone, you're going to have to start over. It's not going to feel good. You're going to have to let go. It's not going to feel good. It's going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to do all these things. No matter, even if it's not a regular relationship, it's not going to feel good. But it's not going to feel good whether it's today that you do it, next year that you do it, 2 years ago you should have done it. It's still not going to feel good. So either way, the longer you wait, the quicker you do whatever, the quicker you do it, the faster you get through it. But the longer you wait, you're prolonging the pain of trying to get over it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. And the other thing is you see who you have when it all hits the fan. A lot of times you can go through something and you could be so strong and people have no clue what it is you're going through. But when stuff hit the fan, you literally see who got your back and who was there for you. You really see that. So pay attention to when you're down. If somebody's expecting you to always be up, or if somebody's always expecting to see positive, strong, smiley person, and then you happen to have that time where you can't, like me working 12 jobs. Yeah, exactly. You have to realize who really is there at that time, because that's who really genuinely cares for you. So that's what I wanted to talk about. You guys have any questions? Yeah, oh, that's what it was. The other one is just don't lose you. Don't lose you trying to deal with a situation or trying to give people chances. Don't lose you. Make sure that no matter when it is, you realize that if God give you breath and you are up and you are able-bodied, no matter how old you are or how young you are, you get your butt up and you can start all over again. You can start all over again if he gave you breath to do so. So that's something I want to touch on. Don't lose yourself in any relationship. Don't lose who you are, because you can be torn down to the point where when God places the person who is for you in your life, or that person for that relationship that you desire, whether it be a best friend or whatever, you will be so broken that you won't even know how to treat that person. You see what I'm saying? You will be so broken that you will not know how to treat that person. You won't trust that person. And then that's when you have the clouded judgment because of your emotions. Your emotions will be what's talking to you, but your intuition will be there to say that it might be a good thing. And this might be the blessing for you, but your emotions override so much. Emotions are serious. It overrides so much to the point where you cannot even hear and feel the positive energy and the positive vibe from that person to know, you know what? All right, I feel this. I don't feel nothing negative. I'm not getting this thing that's telling me ask this again or find out this or do this. I'm not getting that because your emotions are so like, yep, too good to be true. Yep, she probably wants something from me. Yeah, he just want blah, 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 or whatever. You don't want your emotions, because when you go through something emotionally and you're hurt so bad to the point where you have given your all to some person and then they just give you their butt to kiss, you can be emotionally overwhelmed and clouded to the point where you will not see if something is good for you and if something is good in your presence. So I just want to come there and talk to you guys about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to jump off because we don't want to make it long if we don't have to. But this is something for you to think about. Remember, don't lose yourself trying to give people chances to be who you think they should be, but not who they really are. Don't lose yourself. No matter how old you are, you can't start over. A lot of times you're so focused on them that you don't focus on what your purpose is, so you feel empty. If you're not living your purpose or doing what makes you happy, you're going to feel empty. And when you feel empty, you feel alone. Yeah, because that emptiness can't be fulfilled by nobody but yourself. You see what I'm saying? And nothing is giving you that unction to say, okay, this is what I need to be doing. This is because you are so clouded by emotions and overwhelmed by wanting something to work that is not supposed to even be meant for you. So make sure you don't give energy to what's not meant for you. Life is too short. We can always get up, move on, no matter how old you are. God will have you. God will have your back. But you have to listen to that little voice that tells you, girl, don't do it. Nope, nope, that's not right. Did you see that? Did you pay attention to that? Pay attention. Pay attention. It's there. And I know a lot of you that's sitting here listening to this can say to yourself, you know what? I remember when that something told me not to go blah, blah, blah. I remember when something told me to blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. And I know what I'm talking about because I've done it a lot. You get that feeling like, no, 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 because that's negative. And I don't want to think negative. I don't want to think negative. No, well, it's not negative. It's something telling you that you're about to go into something negative. You know what I mean? So you want to be on point. I love you guys. Let me get my butt out off of this camera and twist my head back up and wipe my little eyebrows off and get my life together. That's something named Camille. Oh, you talking about when I tell you stuff? Oh my gosh. Yeah, girl. Yeah. But yeah, I am going to jump off. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I definitely did. I wanted to get this off my heart. I always speak about things that are on my heart, whether it's something I'm going through or not or whatever. I like to speak about real life things. A lot of people don't want to talk about these things, but red flags, intuition, pay attention is there. Love you guys. Bye.